There's a certain kind of loneliness that comes with feeling like you're meant for something more. It's not about being alone. It's about feeling like you're the only one who sees the world the way you do, who carries this strange weight. You look at people who seem perfectly happy with their lives and wonder, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just be content? You feel ordinary, maybe even less than ordinary. But what if that feeling, that restlessness, that sense of being hidden, what if those are the clearest signs that you are being prepared for something significant? A true calling doesn't always show up with a loud announcement. It often whispers through your discontent, your questions, and your seemingly mundane days. Today, we're diving into 7 hidden signs that you might be called to a greater purpose, even when your life feels completely ordinary. The first sign is a holy restlessness that won't let you settle down, even when everything looks fine on paper. You have a decent job, stable life, good friends, but something inside keeps whispering, there's more. It's not that you're ungrateful. It's a deeper ache you can't quite explain. You find yourself daydreaming about a life with more impact, helping people, solving problems that matter. This divine discontent is often the first whisper of a calling. It's your spirit telling you that you've outgrown your current situation. Think of Abraham. He had a comfortable life. Then he was asked to leave everything he knew for a land he'd never seen, following only a promise and that inner restlessness. Moses felt it too, even after settling in Midian. He had escaped Egypt, married, started a family, settled into the quiet life of a shepherd. He should have been content. But when he saw that burning bush, something in him recognized a call he'd been running from. The restlessness had never fully left him, and now God was giving it a name and a mission. If you feel restless in your comfort, if you can't fully settle even when everything is fine by external standards, if you keep sensing that there is a bigger story you meant to step in to pay very close attention, that restlessness isn't a bug in your system. It's a feature. It's God's way of preparing you to say yes to something you can't yet see, but that your soul already knows is coming. The second sign is that you're disproportionately affected by other people's pain. You see suffering or injustice, and while others move on, it sticks with you for days. You feel it deeply, almost like it's your own. You might think you're just too sensitive, but what if that sensitivity isn't a weakness? What if it's a compass pointing you toward the very things you're meant to help heal? When Jesus saw the crowds, the Bible says he was moved with compassion. The Greek word used here is splagnizomai, and it's visceral. It literally means his guts churned, his intestines were moved. It was a physical, gut-wrenching reaction that compelled him to act. The things that break your heart are clues to how you can change the world. Your empathy isn't making you weak. It's making you a powerful force for good. The third sign is that you've been through unusual preparation, through hardship. You look back at difficult times in your life, a betrayal, a failure, a health crisis, and you start to see how they've equipped you. At the time, it felt like a disaster, but now you find that people going through similar things are drawn to you. You can offer real wisdom because you've actually been there. This is a classic story pattern. Joseph was sold into slavery and thrown in prison for years. It seemed like a total waste, but every single one of those experiences was essential preparation for him to eventually save an entire nation. Your scars aren't what disqualify you, they are your credentials. The fire you walked through was refining you for something that requires the strength only fire can produce. The fourth sign is that people consistently seek you out for specific help. Friends always come to you for relationship advice. Coworkers ask for your perspective on big life decisions. People tell you something you said completely changed their view on things. You might have brushed it off as a coincidence, but there's a clear pattern. You are already operating in your calling, even if you don't have a title for it yet. You're practicing your gifts in small ways before you're given a bigger platform. Spiritual gifts aren't just for show. They're for serving others. So if people keep coming to you with the same type of need, that's a huge confirmation. The community around you often recognizes your gifts before you fully see them in yourself, and many at times they help you to bring these gifts to life. The fifth sign is you have persistent ideas that just won't leave you alone. Maybe it's an idea for a business, a ministry, a creative project, or a solution to a problem in your community. You've tried to ignore it, thinking someone more qualified should do it, but the idea keeps coming back. It's like a vision stuck in your spirit. When something big is about to happen, it often begins as a thought, a seed planted in someone's heart. Noah's Ark started with an idea, a God-inspired vision that then drove him into action and subsequently greatness. Paul's entire mission to Europe started with a vision of a man asking for help. If you have an idea that keeps nagging at you, one that would serve others and make the world better, don't dismiss it. Write it down, pray about it, and share it with a trusted friend. Don't let feeling small stop you from pursuing a big idea. The sixth sign is a growing discomfort with superficiality. You find yourself in conversations about trivial things, and you just feel empty. You crave depth. You want to talk about purpose, faith, and what really matters in life. You're not being judgmental. You're just realizing that life is too short for shallow interactions. As you get deeper, it becomes harder to stay on the surface. This is a sign of spiritual maturity. You're being prepared for meaningful work, and that requires depth of character and understanding. Shallow people can't do deep work. This journey can feel lonely sometimes, but trust the process. The depth being created in you is preparation for the depth of impact you will one day have. And the seventh final sign is perhaps the most mysterious. You just have this sense that your life is building towards something. You can't explain it, but you feel like you're in the opening chapter of a much bigger story. You look back at your experiences, the good and the bad, and you have an intuition that none of it was random. It all feels like preparation. You just know an appointed time is coming when all the pieces will click into place. This feeling isn't arrogance, it's a mark of your calling. If you have this deep knowing, hold on to it. Your job isn't to force it or rush it. It's to be faithful right where you are, in the waiting. Joseph had dreams of greatness as a teenager, but spent 13 years in slavery and prison before they came true. The waiting was the preparation. If you're in that in-between place right now, trust the process. Your sense that something is coming isn't false hope. It's a prophetic awareness that God is working in your life. Here's the profound truth. If God has given you this sense of destiny, He's not playing games with you. He doesn't plant these deep knowings in your spirit for no reason. Philippians 1-6 promises that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. If God has started something in you, He will finish it. Your job is not to force it, or rush it, or manufacture it. Your job is to stay faithful in the waiting, to keep growing in character, to keep saying yes to the small assignments while you wait for the big reveal. Joseph had dreams of greatness as a teenager, but he spent 13 years in slavery and prison before those dreams manifested. The waiting was part of the preparation. If he'd been elevated at 17, he would have been destroyed by the power. The years of obscurity were building in him what he'd need when he finally stepped into visibility. If you're in that in-between place right now, if you feel called but not yet released, anointed but not yet appointed, prepared but not yet positioned, hold on. Your sense that something is coming isn't false hope. It's prophetic awareness. God is developing in you what you will need for what He's preparing for you. The waiting isn't wasted. Every day of hiddenness is building character, humility, and dependence on God that you'll desperately need when the door finally opens. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. Don't resent the obscurity. One day you'll look back and realize that the waiting was the making of you, that you couldn't have handled your calling without first enduring the preparation. Trust the process. Trust the God who called you. And keep watching for that moment when everything you've been through suddenly makes perfect sense. Thank you so much for watching. If any of this resonated with you, let us know in the comments which sign stood out the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content to help you on your journey. See you next time.